The sun is just rising here in Nairobi, but the heart of this restaurant has been beating for hours. Today, we're going to be touring a local restaurant, a neighborhood favorite in Kenya, which has been keeping Kenyan traditional flavors alive for years. So let's see what they have to offer. We are here with the owner and the genius behind this amazing concept at Kienyeji. Do you mind introducing yourself?
Yes, thank you so much for having me, and
Yes,
thank you
of
for
course.
visiting.
I'm honored. Yes.
My name is Miriam Nabakwe. I'm the CEO and founder of Kienyeji store.
Okay, amazing.
Yes.
And can you tell people what does Kienyeji mean to you and what inspired the concept behind your restaurant?
Okay, Kienyeji as a name means, it's a Swahili word that means local.
Okay.
And I'll be honest, when I started, I actually started by selling traditional vegetables. I think you must have seen this.
Yes, I was
You must have
researching
seen
that.
that.
Yes, pre-cooked, yes.
Pre-cooked vegetables. So
Okay.
that's what we started with. And now being local and traditional,
Yes.
and these are traditional vegetables, that's why we called ourselves Kienyeji.
Okay.
So I'll be honest with you, I least in my wildest thoughts ever knew that I could be selling food in a restaurant.
Right.
I wanted to just focus on the vegetables only. And then at some point, what happened was, because this food is inspired by our grandmothers.
Okay.
Our grandmothers, great-grandparents, they lived long free from lifestyle diseases.
Right.
And I'm a health and wellness enthusiast.
Okay, amazing.
So I really value healthy eating.
Yeah.
And so I thought to myself, why were our grandparents living long free from lifestyle diseases? And I realized it's the food they ate. Hence the idea of Kienyeji's, selling pure organic food,
Right.
zero spice,
Yeah.
and done the traditional way. We source our vegetables from the farms in the village.
Okay.
That's how we get them. And then when we started with just a few varieties. And then along the way, the other options were actually guided by the customers. Because now when a customer comes and then they says, I want a combination of this, I want a combination of that. And then so we do it, I test it, and I like it, and I introduce it to the product range. Now, another thing about these traditional vegetables, they require a special skill.
Okay.
It's not the kind of cooking that is taught in school. It is taught through apprenticeship of the older generation.
Right.
And so I happen to be lucky because I grew up with my grandmom. And at the same time, my dad was a last born, and so he was mommy's boy.
Okay.
And I'm my dad's firstborn.
Yeah.
But I was named after my grandma. And so I took over that skill from my grandmother because I was lucky among my siblings to be the one who lived a bit longer with my grandma.
Yeah.
And so I learned that from that. And my dad also took up that skill of cooking. My dad still cooks up to date.
Oh, wow, that's amazing.
Yes, and he's an amazing cook.
Yeah.
So sometimes I find when I'm stuck and I need to ask questions, he's my to-go-to person.
Okay.
He's the one who actually guides me, and I talk to him and I ask him, how do I make this? How do I make that? So he perfects my skills.
Yeah.
So now through that, being equipped with those skills, I am able to transfer them now to my staff.
That's amazing.
Yes.
What's one of your favorite childhood memories of cooking with your elders? And what was your favorite dish growing up?
Okay, my favorite dish, I should say, was chicken, the traditional chicken, and which is also our signature item on the menu because of how it was smoked, and it can be done in so many different ways. Considering the fact that we are doing what we are doing here, sometimes you do it because you want to please the current generation. But if we were to do the traditional chicken the traditional way, it's such an acquired taste which will need a specific type of clientele, probably the older generation, of which we feel like there's still time.
Yeah.
There's still time to try and assimilate the younger generation to this kind of food so that they can get to understand. And it is very exciting because every Sunday you walk into this restaurant, it's full of parents bringing their children to try and have that experience.
Absolutely.
So chicken was actually my favorite dish. And I liked how my grandmom specifically smoked different types of meats.
Okay.
and had them stewed, and the food was always very natural, natural without any spices, and it tasted real amazing. I mean, like when you cook food, I always say when you cook food, cook with passion.
Right.
And I'm actually the head chef, bragging rights.
Yes.
I'm the head chef of my
You deserve the bragging
business.
rights, yes.
I'm the head chef of my business. So, because I understand this type of cooking, this kind of cooking, so I'm able to guide my staff very well. When they are lost, they are not sure.
Right.
Quality control, I can be able to tell so fast, this is not right. You haven't gotten this right. So those are the memories that I really cherish, the ones of smoking meats, different types of meats, and then you get it to a stew, you get it to the plate, and then the best memory I should tell you is about the smoked beef. You know, my grandmom used to make that, and then she gives us a very tiny piece in a plate. I think you've seen our plates.
Yeah.
We're using the traditional enamelware. And so she could give you a very tiny piece with a lot of sauce in it, and then with a very big ugali,
Right.
and then with a glass of water from the pot. And then she tells you, you know, when you're eating, she's looking at you. She doesn't want you to finish the meat.
Oh, okay.
So she wants you to just take just a small bite.
It was a delicacy.
Yeah, yes, it was a delicacy, and you use a lot of the sauce, and you drink water so that you get full very fast. You don't ask for more meat.
Right.
I think those are some of the interesting childhood memories, and how she used to smoke meats at the fireplace. And if you look at our concept, you can see the hanging pots.
Yes.
Actually, the idea behind this is how grandma used to keep food in pots at the fireplace hanging.
Okay.
And this was done to keep them free from pets
Okay.
and
that
free
makes-
from us jumping to steal food during the day, and just to keep it safe. My mom is a Kalenjin, from the Kalenjin side, from the runners.
Yes.
So they take a lot of fermented milk. So my mom used to ferment the milk, but what stood out most, especially with my grandmom, with the preservation of the meats, was through smoking. And then we were using the ash, the traditional ash. This traditional ash is made from peels of bananas. It's made from maize combs. They are dried and then burnt, even bean pods. And then that ash is what is used to preserve the food. So when the meats are smoked, they are actually kept in that ash as a method of preservation.
Oh, wow.
You could find also grains like maize to keep it free from weevils and pests. They used to be kept inside that ash as a way of preservation.
Okay,
So
that's
the traditional,
amazing.
we call it munyu. Can you pronounce that? Munyu.
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 Mushereha.
Okay. Mushereha.
Yes.
Okay.
You are
okay.
a lawyer. You are by proxy.
Okay.
You pronounced it really well.
Okay, thank you.
For the
Asante
first time.
sana.
For a first time.
Okay, Asante.
Yes. So that munyu mushereha is like the secret ingredient, even for our food, because that is what like enhances the flavor of the food, and it's also a preservative.
Okay.
And it has a lot of benefits to the body also, to your gut, to digestion. It also kills cholesterol in the meats.
Okay. Wow.
Yes.
So many benefits.
Yes.
To incorporate the health and wellness as well.
Exactly.
And how do you incorporate traditional Kenyan cooking methods into your restaurant?
Okay, now I do it by practicing. Like all our food, we have got a central production kitchen where we produce all the food from there. Because I figured out that if we do it on site, we may compromise lots of preparation methods. So we decided that we have a central production kitchen where we consolidate all the production, and then we don't compromise with the methods of preparation, like the smoking of the meats, cooking in the pots, and all that.
I'm very excited to try some of the cuisine. So do you recommend some things that we try here?
Yes, we can try out different items. First of all, your meal must have a protein. Your meal must have a vegetable. and your meal must have one of the traditional carbohydrates. And then, of course, we have the ugali. I'm sure you've tested ugali.
Yes,
but the ugali you've taken must be the packet one, the sifted. Ours is unsifted.
Okay.
It's unsifted.
So it has more nutrients.
Yes, it has more nutrients, more roughage, you know. And then you try that, and then we also have freshly squeezed juices that we also make in the house.
Okay, amazing.
Yes,
Kenya
yes.
does have some of the best fruits, so I love the juices here, and I'm excited to try.
You know, traditional food, if you take it, it's more healthy in your life. You know, nowadays, people that have spoiled food, like we have a food like GMO. It's not good, but that's why we recommend to take a Kienyeji food, a pure Kienyeji. If you look like before, you know, our elders, grandfather, grandmothers, you know, they normally use this food. That's why they just have a long life. That's why they took a long life. But nowadays, you know, the new generation, why we reach at 40, 50 people, they die because of cancer, you know, because there is no enough food, there is no, because they're using the new generation food, like broilers. No, that's why we like Kienyeji's. You know, broilers is a lot of chemical. That food is made with a lot of chemical.
We're finally ready to try this delicious cuisine. And do you mind explaining what Fridays are all about? Because today is a special day, right?
We do the all food cooked in a pot buffet, where we showcase different varieties of food that you cannot find on the menu.
Okay.
So these are different. Like if you come to the menu,
amazing.
you won't find this, except some, like this I see is from the menu, but the rest of the other items are not from the menu. So all the food is cooked in a pot, the different varieties that we display. And so it takes us memory lane, down memory lane to the times of our grandmothers and back in the village to give us that experience. And as I always say, Kienyeji gives a village experience in the city. So it takes people back, gives people that nostalgic feeling of being back in the village and eating the food that grandma cooked.
Okay, perfect.
Yes.
And so can you walk us through this? What do you recommend us try first? What are we
I can see there's chicken.
Yes.
This is our signature item.
Okay. And what is the significance behind Kienyeji chicken?
Kienyeji chicken, like for ours, you know, Luyas are the experts in making chicken because we don't just stew it, we smoke it first and then we let it drain for like 3 days, and then that's when now we stew it.
Okay.
So there's something special about this chicken, and it's basically an acquired taste because it has no spice. You can see how it looks.
Yeah.
Yeah, that has been well smoked and then stewed, and then we only use the traditional salt as a flavoring to eat because it enhances the flavor of the chicken. This is brown ugali. Brown has a mix of millet, the brown millet, sorghum, and cassava.
Okay.
A little blend of cassava. It's more millet dominant.
Okay.
Yes.
I love ugali, but I've never tried brown ugali, so I'm excited to try.
Brown ugali is my favorite. It's very filling, so I usually can't finish a whole portion.
Oh wow.
I do like quarter of it. It's filling at the same time. It's a complex carb, so it digests faster.
Okay.
Yes.
That makes sense.
Yes.
I think I'll try some of that.
Oh, you want to try that?
Yes, yes. With the
Good.
chicken. All right, let's go. Make it into a
yeah,
bowl.
and make it into a ball, and then make yes. Then you dip it.
Let's try this delicious Kienyeji stew.
Yes. It's nice, yeah?
I can definitely understand what you mean when you say very local flavors.
Yes.
The spices, like, it's very local, yes.
Yeah.
It's delicious. And I can also taste the salt coming through as well.
Yes, yes. You get your
Delicious smoked chicken.
Okay.
I love the flavors of the local collard greens.
They don't have
It
serviettes.
has a nice subtle bitterness to it, and it has a very natural profile as well. I can definitely tell it's really organic and really fresh. Is this what you had initially been selling before the restaurant was open?
No.
Okay.
This you can only find it on Fridays. Yes.
Okay. Amazing.
There's a way our grandmothers used to cook food, and they mix both the protein and the vegetables so that you have one meal. So that blend is what we try to introduce on Fridays.
Okay, amazing.
Yes.
Okay.
Guys, this is so dope. Oh, this really exceeded my expectation. You're not seeing me in KFC anymore.
Nice.
Kienyeji chicken from now on.
Yeah.
And then what type of vegetable is this?
This is jute mallow.
Okay.
Jute mallow is a slimy vegetable. It's from
Yes.
the okra family.
Okay.
Yes. So we mix it with the traditional wild mushrooms. The traditional wild mushrooms, this is also a special delicacy. Traditional wild mushrooms are picked through foraging in the forests. So they are not ordinary mushrooms. They are very special. They are seasonal. So when they're in season, in season, that's when they are harvested, and then they are preserved.
Okay, amazing.
All year round. So when they're season, they're cheap. But when not in season, they are very expensive.
I can only imagine.
Very expensive. Yes.
And this is a vegetable that's in the same family as okra.
Okra, yes.
All right.
Jute mallow. We call it mrenda.
It is delicious. It's good. I like the umami that the mushroom and the vegetable
Yes,
create.
yeah.
They definitely work together.
Yes.
It's delicious.
I'm coming.
And it's stuck on the chicken. She is stuck on that chicken. It is too good.
The reason I'm excited for it is because I've always disappointed with the chicken of Nairobi. Because I really love the free range chicken. So this, I'm here
A
again.
lot of people don't like free range chicken. It's because of the way it's made.
Why? I don't understand. But I've also had people say, I don't like free range chicken, but I really, really love the kind of chicken.
That's nice.
Yes. And then, can you explain this dish for me, please?
This is Nile Patch.
Okay.
We call it mbuta. Nile Patch is dried. This one is sun dried.
Okay.
And then we do it with simsim. We let the simsim bring out its oils.
Okay.
That is what we use to make this, and then we cream it.
I'm gonna be trying it with the brown ugali here to get that weedy flavor. No, wow, that's delicious. Is it fresh water?
Yes, it is.
Okay.
Yes,
I can
it
definitely.
is.
It tastes similar to a mena.
Yes.
This matoke is really
This is matoke.
Okay, matoke, the traditional Kenyans
Yes.
banana.
Yes.
All right, let me see how I'm gonna eat this. Okay. Make it into a ball, huh?
I see you've mastered that.
Right. And I'm gonna try it with some of the
The
greens. Yes. I can definitely tell you've mastered the flavors and how the flavors work together as well.
Exactly.
That's amazing. It's an art.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is.
So what's this?
This is peanut sauce.
Peanut sauce. And what do you recommend eating it with? The ugali or?
It goes very well with the bananas.
Okay, I'll try some more of that one. And you want to try it?
Very well.
You're addicted to the chicken.
It goes very well with the bananas.
Okay. So I've never actually had peanut sauce. It's not a very popular dish in Kenya.
It's mostly Ugandan, but as being in Western Kenya, we are close to Ugandans.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we also eat it.
Okay.
It's mostly served to children, babies.
Okay.
Like when you're winning a child.
And do you mind, excuse me, do you mind telling us a little bit more about Western Kenyan culture?
Western Kenya has got a very rich food heritage. And usually there's this saying that, you know, we are the cooks.
Yes, the cooks of Kenya. Okay.
Yeah, we are the cooks of Kenya. If you go to all the prestigious hotels and restaurants, you'll always find that Luyas are the cooks.
Okay, that's
Luyas are the
amazing.
cooks. And we are also known to be people who love to eat good food.
Yes, that's amazing.
Yes. So
I'm gonna
The
try.
peanut sauce is mixed with what, or
it's just peanuts.
Okay.
It's basically just peanuts, and then they are stewed with the onion and tomato. That's it.
Oh, you put the onion and the tomato
Yes,
in the peanut?
yes.
Okay. So the first try, guys, I've been eating, but yes. Guys, everything is good. You guys.
Yes.
Rochelle, you should also always be meeting here.
Right? It's the meeting point. Right.
Wow.
And this is with the sweet potato and beans starch.
Yeah, that is also very
Yes.
good. It's a very good combination.
Everything works together.
Yeah.
Do you mind explaining the last two for us?
Okay, this is ox tongue, the tongue of a cow. It's a special delicacy. And the ox tongue used to be served to the bride on the wedding morning before she leaves the parents' home
Okay.
to go get married. So it's a special delicacy.
Okay.
Yes.
That one is very, very flavorful.
Yes, it is. It has a rich beef flavor.
I think that might be my favorite.
Oh, the ox tongue? Wow.
Very tender, very flavorful.
Yes, it is. This is the traditional bean sauce.
Okay.
The traditional bean sauce is very labor intensive in terms of preparation.
Okay.
We roast the beans and then we peel off the husks.
Yeah.
The same way you would peel off the peanuts, you know, after roasting them.
Yeah.
And then after that, we boil the beans. Now we've gotten just the beans in the white form. And then after boiling them, then we stew them to make the sauce to tenderness, so until it's like this. So this is not blended.
Okay.
Yeah, someone would think it's
It's just cooked to tenderness until it becomes very...
Okay.
Yes.
And mashed.
Yes, and mashed. Kienyeji is a business that has two concepts in one. We've got the pre-cooked food, and then we've got the restaurant food. So if you look at like what we serve you on the table, the two concepts marry very well. Like the vegetable you've eaten, you can also enjoy a pack home. So you can carry the pre-cooked home. This chicken, we also have the whole chicken that we've done. You can carry home to go and enjoy the same meal. So our two concepts of retail and restaurant really marry very well. So we are able to advise our customers that whatever whatever you're enjoying on the table, you can also carry a pre-cooked pack of vegetables to go and enjoy at home.
Okay, amazing.
Yes.
Yes.
Mm.
I'm honored that you were welcoming us into your restaurant to try
Thank
this
you.
delicious food.
Thank you.
And I highly recommend everyone to come. This has been an amazing experience with delicious food, and I definitely can understand the genius behind it. This is
Thank you so
definitely an
much.
art form, making all the flavors married together. So definitely come to Kienyeji if you're in Kilimani, and see you next time.